So, my friends, the Royal Rumble is approaching and there is loads to talk about, especially because Drew McIntyre did win the WWE title last week. Now people are saying, oh my gosh, the road to WrestleMania may be more fun than we were anticipating, but it doesn't matter what anybody else says. It matters what you said. So we went on their social media. You have sent me a couple of things, right? It's who you want to win the Royal Rumble, but also who you think is going to win the Royal Rumble. This is the example that I used. We all want Tozawa to win. It's probably unrealistic, and it could be Roman Reigns, or maybe it is going to be Roman Reigns. So we have both sides of the coin. You very nicely have sent me all of your suggestions. We're going to go through them. But as we are here, please do like the video, share the video, subscribe. Otherwise, grab yourself a cup of coffee. Let's talk the Rumble. And we start with Diego Rego, which is the greatest name I've ever heard, who says, women, I want Liv Morgan. I think a lot of people are going to say her. And actually, you think Liv Morgan as well, or Bianca Belair if healthy. I like this. We didn't have many people whose thinks and wants lined up, but you think not only is it going to be Liv Morgan, but WWE is going to do it as well. Bianca Belair I would love too, because she's had a horrible 2025 with her hand. And for the men, you want Dominic Mysterio. I think we'd all enjoy that. But you think Roman Reigns or Sami Zayn. So Sami Zayn's an interesting one, because there is a contingent of people on the internet that just do not want Sami Zayn to be in this position, which I don't understand. It's completely lost on me. I mean, in terms of, what's the word I'm looking for? Tenure, if nothing else. We should give it a go to see how people are going to react. I think Sami Zayn is going to win this four-way tournament thingamajig. So obviously at the Royal Rumble, it would be Drew versus Sami, so he wouldn't be in it. But yeah, I did my predictions the other day before they do make it. It's not my predictions. We did the match card. I accidentally let slip. At the moment, this could change. We'll wait till the week of. It's probably going to be Roman Reigns, but I like it. But Liv Morgan, she a contender. Bus. And it's got an official tick as well. So we're talking to the official bus. So that's good. I think Logan Paul from number 30 and Liv from 26. I love the fact that you put numbers in there. We're going big here. You want Braun Strowman and Alexa Bliss. They were in the mixed match challenge, right? So, I mean, Alexa Bliss could happen. I very much doubt it. Just in that position, it's not going to be Braun Strowman. Even if he did return, he's not going to win it. I don't think Logan Paul is going to win the Rumble. I think WWE would get a backlash they wouldn't want right now, is my gut feeling. But once again, who sneaks in is Liv Morgan. You've even got the number 26. So, Bus, we shall keep an eye on that. Who does come out at number 26? And if you get Liv, who you think, again, that's not your want. That's basically your prediction, what you think WWE is going to do. And she's number 26 too. Well, we'll make sure we buy you some flowers. James Pring, men, you want Jacob for 2. I think it would be awesome. I'm all for kind of brand new people winning those kind of things. But you think AJ Styles. Is there another AJ? I mean, you can't mean AJ Lee, maybe you do. And women's, you want Liv Morgan, you think Liv Morgan. How did I not read this? It says it right there. My eyes deceive me. AJ Styles / Roman Reigns. I can't see AJ Styles winning. I would love it if it was AJ Styles. But last year in the company, I think you can tell that story. I don't think he needs to be in the main event of WrestleMania, even though I wouldn't be against it. But is that our first appearance of Roman, or does somebody else say that? I can't remember. My brain is fried today. But the big story we're learning here is that when it comes to wants and thinks, Liv Morgan is right up there. If Liv Morgan is not in the title match, which I made a mistake, I don't think she is now. I think it's going to be Raquel versus Stephanie. I think Liv Morgan or Bianca Belair would be my picks, and maybe even Liv, because Bianca can come back and do her own story. She can win the Elimination Chamber. But Jacob for 2 is a good one. I'd love it. I think it'd be very similar to Jey Uso in the sense you wouldn't see it coming, and all of a sudden you do have a brand new top guy. Although the argument there is Jacob for 2 just cost Cody Rhodes and accidentally helped Drew McIntyre. He's already a top guy. Draven says, women, you want Alexa Bliss, but you think Liv Morgan. So Alexa Bliss is coming up a lot as well. She does have a huge fan base. I mean, she returned at last year's Royal Rumble, right? And everybody went crazy. But we can kind of move on from this one quite quickly. Liv Morgan is becoming the Think champion, which is a dumb thing to say. And given that she has only just come back, and given that she was on Stephanie McMahon's podcast, and given how WWE sees her, and the fact she went up to Stephanie, challenged her, and they're taking their time here, I think Liv Morgan is becoming a front runner. It's a Jey Uso situation with Alexa Bliss for me. How great would that be? You could then split up the tag team with Charlotte as well, which could be an interesting story as long as there are other teams to slot in there. I wouldn't mind Alexa Bliss. I just don't think it's on the cards. Jack Swavey, which I like to think is the alternative universe Jack Swagger. You want Sami Zayn and Liv Morgan, which were two very popular options, but you think Roman Reigns and anyone else but Liv as usual. All right, I thought you would throw shots at Liv. No, you're like, damn it, why isn't Liv Morgan winning things? Jack, I think you're going to be happy this year. I think you should at least get to the final 2, and usually the person that gets to the final 2 is going to be involved in the Elimination Chamber. Let's not forget there are 2 ways for Liv to do this, right? She can win the Royal Rumble or she can win the Chamber. I agree with you, winning the Rumble is a bigger deal. I think it kind of moves you into a higher position, at least from WWE's point of view. Sami Zayn, we've talked about, and Roman Reigns. It depends if they're doing Roman Reigns versus Cody 3. Cody, I presume, is going to be in the Rumble now, and I don't think I saw one Cody Rhodes. Maybe I'm wrong. I did go through them quite thoroughly, but again, we missed stuff. I couldn't even read one a minute ago because I'm an idiot. I think the final two could be Roman Reigns and Cody Rhodes. And I've said that now on January, where's my calendar, the 12th, mostly, because if it does happen, I will clip this and put it on the internet. Jey says, you want Kevin Owens? Man after my own heart. I'm going to do a video on this soon. Kevin Owens is my third favourite wrestler ever, which is the most nerdiest thing I've ever said. But somebody messaged me the other day and said, Simon, who's your top 10 wrestlers? And because I am a geek, I kind of went over it. And yeah, I was like, he would be in number 3. That's how much I love him. I don't think he's ready to come back. Health and happiness first and foremost. Think Roman Reigns, who's back again. Want Tiffany Stratton, and think Bianca Belair. Tiffany Stratton, when she comes back, I would put her in a feud based on emotions and talking as opposed to world title stuff, because then you can rebuild her up to the world championship. I believe she's injured at the moment. I still think she'll return at the Royal Rumble. I don't think she's going to win, but she could do because she had such a big 2025. It wouldn't be a massive surprise. But yeah, Bianca Belair getting in there, and Roman Reigns. So it's Roman Reigns, Liv Morgan, and Bianca Belair. They're the front runners, but don't worry, somebody else is about to come in. Because yes, while Mikhail thinks Sami Zayn will win the men's rumble, he wants to see LA Knight. And I would say, of all the names we haven't mentioned, and some I haven't focused on today, LA Knight's name came up a lot. A lot of people wanted to win the rumble. I think he's going to be in the title match with CM Punk at the Royal Rumble. What do I know? Absolutely nothing. And I think Bianca Liv will win a women's rumble. I'd like to see Io Sky win it. Io Sky can win it for sure. That sets her up for an awesome 2026. I mean, she was in the title match last year. I mean, she went into WrestleMania as the champion. It depends, really. Do you want to build somebody or do you want to cement someone? If Io Sky won it, that's another tick in her box, another addition to her resume, which would be awesome. I got no problem with Io Sky winning it. I don't think LA Knight's going to. That's why I think LA Knight should be in that title match. You can come up with a creative finish, which WWE has proven they can do. He doesn't just have to have a nothing Royal Rumble he doesn't win, which could disappoint people like Daniel Bryan circa 2015 or whatever the hell it was. And he's still in a world title program. He won't beat CM Punk, but I think he could open up the door for big things at WrestleMania for LA Knight. But Sami Zayn and LA Knight were the people, when I was reading messages, that feels like where people's hearts is. Roman Reigns is such a big star, I don't think you care in a positive way whether he wins or loses. He's still going to be Roman Reigns. Whereas if a Sami won or LA Knight, they could really use that. I'm not so sure. Old Man Nick, I hope that's been your nickname for like 50 years. It wouldn't make any sense. You want Bron Breakker, but you think Roman Reigns or Cody Rhodes. I lied. You see? I don't know what I'm talking about. Bron Breakker could win. That makes sense, right? He goes on a tear now until the Royal Rumble. Ignores CM Punk. He thinks, I know a better way to get back at that championship is to win the Rumble. That can be your WrestleMania main event. And yes, Roman or Cody, I think, is a good 1 or 2 shot. Again, just so I can clip it twice, I think they're going to be the final 2 in the Rumble, and Roman will throw out Cody, and then Roman will somehow win the title, and then Cody will beat Roman at WrestleMania 42, maybe even go heel. Heelish TJ says, I want LA Knight, but think Sami Zayn. I think that would appease a lot of people, right? Because you're getting sort of the beloved ones there. I would love to have a surprise winner for the first time in years. Come on, dude. I'll talk about that in a second. And what's more of a surprise than Knight finally winning the big one? Jey Uso was a surprise. I'm happy for you to get into it in the comments down there. That's why I loved it so much. Even when it came down to Jey Uso and John Cena, nobody thought Jey Uso. LA Knight would be in that category for sure, but I would still argue he's less of a surprise than Jey Uso because I didn't see that coming. Whereas LA Knight had been super over for ages, whereas Jey kind of had this amazing sort of, I don't know what you call it anymore. A grading on a curve? I don't know what that is. Going upwards to the clouds. It's not going to be LA Knight. Lyric says, I want Sami or Jacob to win. So Jacob for 2 getting a lot of votes. I'm anticipating a Roman Reigns or a Bron win. I think if you're not going to do the Bron Breakker CM Punk thing, because I think I can see Bron Breakker winning the Elimination Chamber, just the way his character is. He will be the final 3, though, Roman, Bron, and Cody. I would imagine Roman throws him out. Because I think in 2026, you want to do the Bron Breakker Roman Reigns feud as well. Spear versus Spear. I mean, Bron Breakker's been talking about that since the NXT days. And that's what the Royal Rumble should always be there to do, give you these little stories that you can then play off down the line, even some at WrestleMania. I don't think that'd be Roman versus Bron, but it could be. But he should absolutely be the 3rd guy. But once again, if he wins it, I'm not going to get mad. I want Obafemi to win it. Bring somebody up, have them win the Royal Rumble, and then they're set for life. And Brian George knows that because he says, I would love Obafemi to win. People are saying they're strapping the rocket to his back, and what better way to do that than have him headline WrestleMania? You and me, bro, why wait? We're all going to be dead. We might as well get things done. Realistically, though, I think it's going to be Roman Reigns, so we get Reigns versus Rhodes 3, which is a big match. Maybe it's the obvious match, but it's still a big match. Let's compare it to boxing, right? We all want to have these big fights, and we don't get it. I'd rather have a trilogy than none at all. And also, whether or not a title was on the line, I would be massively split in terms of who to pick as a winner. That's probably, out of all the matches WWE has, the one that would have the most jeopardy. Zach Roberts wants CM Punk. You've gone fantasy booking crazy here. He drops the World Heavyweight title earlier in the show. Their faces drew for the WWE title in night one of the main event. It would be fun, not personally for me. You think Seth Rollins makes his return in the 30 spot and faces Punk at Mania. If he's good to go, that's what they should do. I don't think he is going to be good to go. As always, health and happiness first and foremost. But if Seth Rollins can do a John Cena from 2008, there is no argument. It would be amazing. It's a feud that WWE kind of wanted to continue anyway. And actually, Seth Rollins coming back adds fuel to that fire. And some people now be like, well, they're both baby faces. I don't care. No one has to care about that. Just throw them out there and see what happens. Hardy, you gave me an essay, which I massively appreciate. You said, I want LA Knight to win the men's rumble and Io Sky to win the women's rumble. However, I don't think either of them would be in the world title picture till SummerSlam. You're right. I think you've got a good account of it there. I believe Liv Morgan is going to win the Royal Rumble. She's been almost a winner for a few years. That's true. But it feels like this year is her year to win and turn face. And for men, I believe Gunther is going to win. And I feel like he's going to be the Iron Man too. So yeah, we talked about this. Gunther could win, right? You want him on a tear. I think the way that WWE will get him out of this is he tangles with Brock Lesnar. He beats Brock Lesnar at WrestleMania. Then he continues on his momentum post John Cena. But there's Liv Morgan again. And you make a good point. She always does come close every year. She's more over than ever. She is going to turn babyface. It's the way to do it. Neil says, I want Sami in the men's. There he is again, and could actually see that, especially now Drew is the champion. Like I say, I think they're going to do the title match instead. I'd love the women's to be a complete curveball like Lash Legend, but I think it's going to be Bianca Belair. Same as Obafemi. Same with Jey Uso. No one else out of surprising has really won the Royal Rumble. Yes, give it to Lash Legend. Call up JC Jane and give it to her. Some people go, that's such a waste. Not if you do it right, it's not. Not if all of a sudden it works and they connect with the audience. One day we'll do this and it'll be the best. Chris America, which is a fantastic name, say men's for Rumble and Chamber. Breaker and Knight, I like it. You give me Elimination Chamber. I don't think it's going to be LA Knight. I think people are going to be upset. And women's for Rumble and Chamber, Liv and Bianca Belair. That one I would put money on now that we've gone through it. I think Liv Morgan at the Rumble and Bianca Belair at the Chamber makes a lot of sense. And there we go. Thank you very much for sending me all those through. I could have gone on for about 45 minutes. So maybe drop me more down there and we'll try and get another video done if we can. Maybe I'll put it on a Patreon or something like that because it is super interesting. And this Sami Zayn promo has quite clearly landed with people, and everything LA Knight did last year has clearly landed with people. Also, you got the Bianca Belair coming back rumors, and then Liv Morgan is a internet darling, to use that stupid term. For me, who do I want to win? That's a great question. Well, I want Obafemi to win. If we're talking just sort of fantasy booking land, I think it will be Roman Reigns. And in the women's, I would want Bianca Belair. I think it could be Bianca Belair, but I'm like you guys. Liv Morgan is sort of just under there, sort of like, you know, only seconds away, but I don't want to stand on ceremony, Mr. Wayne. So yeah, I'll go Bianca Belair in that position instead. But I think this year's Royal Rumble could be massive. Drew McIntyre winning that title and putting Cody and Roman in that Rumble, I do think makes it feel huge. And if you can have Bianca Belair coming back and Tiffany Stratton coming back and Liv Morgan being put in this position where people get behind her, it's going to feel like a big deal. So I am looking forward to it. I would always, you know, not do two Rumbles on the same night, but WWE actually does make it work. So the only thing left to do is to watch TV and find out. So yes, drop me a comment down there if you have any other suggestions. Before you do, like the video, share the video, subscribe, please hit that notification bell. Click the video on the screen to where we go through every single match that Drew McIntyre is going to have before the Rumble, or that four-way. So the Matt Cardonas and the Ilya Dragunovs, the Damian Priest, the Randy Ortons, and the Sami Zayns. We walked through every single match to predict that, so do check it out. Otherwise, grillermind.com/Simon. They have a super cool product about to launch soon that I've been using. They're the best. Just use code Simon, get money off, ships worldwide. They are the best. Patreon.com/Simon316, Simon316 on social media, and then it's Patreon. No, it's not. It's Cameo, it's TikTok, and it's Pro Wrestling Tees if you'd like to support me there. Otherwise, have a terrific day. Enjoy the road to WrestleMania and the road to the Royal Rumble. We can't call it the road to the Rumble. Enjoy the pathway to the Rumble, which makes it sound really boring, and I'll see you there.